Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the Amibro podcast. I am
YouTube,
Eric.
Spotify, podcast centrals. Sorry.
I am. You're good, brother. It's early. We got the energy. We got some good memes last night. That means sleeping,
Mm.
and it's time to roll. So happy, good morning, and yeah, it's a beautiful day out, and I'm excited to do this podcast. Um,
I'm always excited for you to be on my screen, but I'll be super excited to see you in person. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but we're gonna make it happen
we'll make it
sometime soon.
happen. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Um, But anyway, as you all know, I am Eric the Asian Cowboy, and this is my brother from another mother, John L. Papi. Today we're gonna keep it light. It's not gonna be a super serious episode. With recent news and a lot of division and negativity on social media and just in general, I think it was cool for us to come up with a very chill topic, something that could be fun, a little bit of thought provoking, but like nothing too serious. Um,
Absolutely.
break the pattern a little bit and keep it light. Today we're doing our top fives, and now we have seven different topics, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna say our top five, whatever, and discuss it, debate it, agree on it, and whatever. Just let it roll and see where it goes. But the ultimate goal here is to spread positivity in these dark times, whether it's assassinations or protests or overall. I'm going to say one thing about it, and I don't want to get into it too much, but just because someone disagrees with you doesn't mean you have to kill them. Does it make him a bad person? It's a matter of perspective. But murder is never an option, shouldn't be an option. It's natural to disagree with people. That's why everyone has their own opinion on things. And if you understand each other, respect each other, be kind to each other, you can have conversations without being hostile, without being violent. And that's how it should be. That's where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to talk more about it. But that's just how I feel.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Um, yeah, well said. I don't have to say anything else. Eric pieced it very well. So let's get into the fun stuff.
Well, wait, what are you drinking?
Oh, hey, a little protein shake right here.
Ooh,
Ooh.
got me some
Well,
OJ.
cheers, brother.
Cheers, my guy. Love you.
Love you.
All right, let's kick it off. Top five movies, bro. What you got?
Top five movies. All right. So, are we? So, should we do this in order? I don't know. What do you think, E?
Just top five. I mean, I'm gonna put
Top five.
mine. I'm gonna put mine in actual order. I gave it some thought. But let me hear yours.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's go band for band. I'll say one. You say one. All right.
Roger.
So, one that comes to mind for me is The Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street, man. So, the reason I love this movie is it's so in your face real, right? And it really demonstrates the rags to riches, even if it's like the way that the story was told, he was kind of like a scammer in a sense, but it gives you that like mentality that, all right, there's ways to figure shit out. Even if it's the wrong way, there's ways to figure out how to make money. He was doing it the right way at some point, but he had to pivot. He had to he had this hunger inside of him to the point where he had to do something wrong to be able to make billions and millions and millions of dollars.
Would you call it hunger or greed?
Well, that's where I was getting to.
Okay.
It was he was so hungry that it was coming to him so easily that it turned into greed. And it was a really big message that was portrayed in the movie. I think, with the main character, Jordan Belfort, big Wall Street guy, selling stocks penny on the dollars, turning them into millions of dollars. He was a smart individual. He was able to talk his talk, and the reason I the overall reason I liked that movie was because he was an entrepreneur and he knew how to talk to people, and it reminded me a little bit about me. Like, I know how to talk to people, I know how to like engage and adapt. So that was that's my one of my favorites out of my top
Um,
five.
I would agree. That would also be in my top five, specifically probably number four for me.
Okay.
I liked the movie. I think it was funny. It was entertaining. Good acting. Just tells a good story, like Rags to Riches, like I said. And there's tons of movies like that. Just to name a few, think of like Invincible with Mark Wahlberg, who plays a football player who had an open tryout for the Eagles and made the team at like 32 years old or something, and fucking went from a bartender making nothing, shitty apartment, no girlfriend because she dumped him or whatever. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
true, but that was, at least was in the movie. And he made it in the NFL just
Hmm.
for hard work and determination. What other movies come to mind? The fucking Blind Side. You got, obviously,
Is that in your top five?
no, I was
The
just
Blind
naming
Side.
other movies that like have that rags to riches thing. Rocky. I mean, you can't,
Ah,
right? Like, classic right
so
there.
such a classic. Yeah.
Um, So anyway, Wolf of Wall Street was my number four. Um, I would say my number one movie all time, no doubt. I can watch it anytime it's on. Start from the beginning, middle, or end, doesn't matter. For me, it's Forrest Gump. That movie, tremendous acting. It's funny. There's some action. There's sadness. You get all kinds of emotions. And hell of a soundtrack. I think it's one of the best soundtracks ever made for a movie. I liked how it kind of took Forrest through like history a little bit with Black Panthers and
Hmm.
the Lincoln Memorial, and then he had like the hippies, and he had Vietnam, then he had Watergate scandal, all that. So it was cool. If you haven't seen it, see it. Um, I
Go
don't know
watch it,
who
man.
I don't know
So
who
good.
hasn't seen it yet. But if you haven't, give it a view. And great movie. That's my number one. And Wolf of Wall
Nice.
Street, as you mentioned, that's my number four.
Nice. Again, I don't have any particular order. It's really hard to top, to put some in order. I think I will give you. I'll mention. Maybe I'll keep it to the end, but I will mention my number one movie, my top, the one I would put number one. But yeah, Wolf of Wall Street is in that list for me. Another one for me personally would be Avengers Endgame. Um, reason I say that is because it was one of the Marvel movies that made me cry.
A lot of people did.
Um,
I would say
it
it's the
made,
last. It's the last good Marvel movie ever made. To be honest, after
I mean,
Endgame, it's tough for me. But
I hope not because I have a lot of life to live,
mm,
and I hope I can get entertained for the rest of my living years. But Avengers Endgame was a beautifully produced, written, and acted masterpiece. Of course, it's what is it, a sequel? So you do have to kind of like watch the tens of twenties of thirties of however many movies there were beforehand to kind of understand it. But if you're a Marvel junkie, if you like Marvel, if you have interest in it, you will love this movie as long as you understand the prior story behind it.
yeah, I agree.
It made me it made me shocked. It made me happy. It made me cheer in the movie theater. It made me cry. It made me bring out a lot of different emotions, and I think that's really one of the biggest reasons is because it was an emotional roller coaster of a movie for me. Yeah.
I would agree. I mean, I wouldn't put. See, Marvel to me has its own top five. Like, it's not even
Mm.
like it's in its own division
Category.
category. Um, the beautiful thing about Marvel as a whole is first off the casting they did. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Tony Stark, Chris Evans as Captain America,
Yep.
Sebastian Stan as the Winter Soldier, Bucky. Um, Thor as Chris Hemsworth, and it's like the casting was so perfect. I catch myself calling Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark as like it's a real person because
Yeah.
he embodied that role so perfectly.
Yeah.
And I think the way they intertwined every movie from Iron Man 1 to Endgame, like kind of how you said, all connects. It was beautifully done. It was perfect. And then me and you know, we're in that generation where we're able to watch that movie in theaters, like anticipate the next movie, stay for the after
Hmm.
credits, you know, wait that 30 extra minutes and then bullshit with the people around you, like, oh, that was sick, blah, blah, oh, after credit, and then you watch it.
Yeah.
And then you wait like, you know, a year or a few months or whatever to the next movie. It was definitely something special. And, you know, I was blessed and lucky to be able to do that. You know, today you have Disney Plus and you just watch it in order. There's no build up. There's no, you know, any of that. So we got to watch it the correct way, I think, in theater by release. And
Yeah.
it's awesome. I love Endgame. Unfortunately, it does not make my top five personally. Because like I said, I give it a whole separate section by itself. But um, great movie, 10 out of 10. One of the best out there for sure. For me, I would say my next movie, number two, would be Gladiator. The original one, not number two.
So good.
The original Gladiator, Russell Crowe. Again, tons of emotions, action. Just a solid movie. Historical accuracy when it comes down to Rome, excuse me, and the Colosseum. That was cool. Easily my number two.
Yeah. Awesome. Um, Not in my top five, but I think I would put it maybe in my top 15, maybe 20, or maybe 15, 10, 10 to 15. Um, Reason being is like I'm very, very like almost obsessed with the Roman Empire and the culture of Italy and that region
Mm-hmm.
of the world. Um, so having to be able to see that, I like world history. I'm not really into U.S. history, but I do like world history, and that fits the portion of that. Um, I would say I would 100% would love to have seen, just see, not live it, but see how it was back in the gladiator days and the Roman
Yeah,
Empire and all that stuff. So that's a good, it's a good choice. So, um, my next one, what are we? Number three.
third movie.
Um,
Yeah,
Third movie. My um, f- my third favorite movie, and it's another series, and I think there's eight of them, eight movies. Um, well, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of my top fives are a movie series. Um, it would be Harry Potter and the Prisoner of
I did.
Azkaban.
I did not expect that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do not know why, but the third movie, I think let me, I gotta look it up. But the Prisoner of Azkaban,
I think it's a
I
third.
don't, I don't know
I mean, I'm
what
not a. For the record, I am not a Harry Potter fan. Nothing against it. I know there's a huge following. To me, it just never really stuck with me personally. Um, so I don't have a lot to say about Harry Potter, but I know that there is a huge
third. Yeah,
fan base.
it's the third one. Um, yeah, so yeah, there's a huge fan base. They made a whole park out of it. If you haven't visited Universal Orlando, I don't I don't know if they have it in Universal California, but in
They do.
Universal Orlando, they do.
I'm
So in
like
Universal Orlando,
20% sure. I have no idea.
I like how we both live in the states where Universal is and Disney is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So yeah, Universal Orlando, they they build what is called the Wiz- oh my gosh, Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And if you haven't been, oh my God, let me tell you something. It is a spectacle. The people that designed this place, they got magic fingers. I don't know. They got magic eye. I don't know how they did it, but they killed it. Anyways, back to the movie. Prisoner of Azkaban. I, dude, it's just like where shit gets fucking real. Um, because the first two movies, Sorcerer's Stone, it's like kind of like the intro of Harry Potter. And then the Chamber of Secrets, it's like, oh, Harry Potter really figuring himself out. Why does he have these certain abilities? And then Prisoner of Azkaban is when shit really hits the fan. Like he's discovering more about his parents and more about he how he came up and like I think I want to say um that might be the movie. I might be wrong, but that might be the movie that they finally show um what's his name, Voldemort.
I'm not sure.
I,
One
but
thing that does
I know you're not like a Harry Potter fan like I am, but
was one
Prisoner
thing
of
I will.
Azkaban, for whatever reason, was one that really hit because it started bringing out other mythological creatures like the centaur, the werewolf, things like that.
The one thing I will admire about J.K. Rowling did Harry Potter, correct?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. The interesting thing about her is the fact that she was actually denied by 12 different publishers before one gave her a shot. And look at it now, right? So those 12 people who said, "Nah, this is a dumb story, dumb book." Whatever. I mean, I don't know what they said. I'm just bullshitting right now. But the fact that she was denied by, I think, 12 publishers and still kept her dream alive, and
Hmm.
now to see it blossom into its own universe, I would say, right? Um,
Yep.
it shows that as long as you don't give up and you keep trying, you really believe in yourself and what you have, it your time will come and you will reap the benefits. But you have to stay, not stubborn, but you have to stay headstrong. You got to stay determined. You have to stay, in belief of yourself for that to happen. And she did not lose her own, faith in herself. She kept pushing. Finally, got the publisher to sign, and now, I mean, the rest is history. So
Yeah.
that was something that was cool about for me for Harry Potter. That the realistic side of it is like, you know, the steps it took to get to where it is now. It's awesome.
Yeah. Um, Side note, Voldemort does not appear in The Prisoner of Azkaban, but I did read an article, and this is my last point on it, that Prisoner of Azkaban is regarded and considered the best Harry Potter movie.
Harry Potty.
Um, Harry Potty, because a lot of fans have stated that, and it was very sophisticated. And this article here says it blended a lot of dark themes, like darkness, like evil, with
Hmm.
humor, and it just made for a really, really good, compelling story. But
For sure. Um,
what's your number three?
Dallas Buyers Club. It's the
Mm,
film that Matthew McConaughey won a Oscar for. He is probably one of my favorite actors of all time. Side note, though, my loving girlfriend bought me the new Matthew McConaughey book, Poems and Prayers. I'm gonna give that a read after I finish Green Lights. I know me and you read Green Lights together. We're to a certain part. We're about halfway, but I want to finish Green Lights before I tackle the prayers and poems and prayers. But
yeah,
Matthew McConaughey is, to me, a phenomenal actor. Um, and after reading the first half of Green Lights, you see the insight of like his philosophies, the way he sees life, things like that. Give the book a read if you haven't; it's really good. And if you haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club, check it out. Basically, he plays a rodeo cowboy um, that gets AIDS um, through sexual intercourse with other people who also contracted. Is that the right word? Whatever.
contracted.
Yeah, contracted AIDS. Um, and he basically doesn't trust the FDA, and he gets his medicine from I think Mexico, and then smuggles it back over the border, and then sells it to other AIDS victims or AIDS patients or whatever. Um, and they only gave him like maybe a month to live, and he lived like 4 more years. It's a true story. Um, give it a view. One of my favorite, again, top three for me. Yeah, that's it for me there. Good, great movie.
Nice, 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 nice. Um, This one comes from another uh film series. Ah, man. Eh, This one is I feel like a lot of people would like this movie. If you're a guy, I feel like most people would be like, like yeah, that's a good movie. Too Fast, Too Furious. The Fast and the Furious series. Um, for whatever reason, this is the this is the second movie of the series of the film series. Um, this portrays the main character who started off as a undercover cop, um, and he basically is trying to. He moved away from California, which was in the first movie, and moved to Miami to pick up another job. And I don't know, it's just something about like having like cool ass cars, tricked out cars, and being in the Miami, Florida scene where I live now. It's just a cool just like a cool um environment to be in, and to see it like, oh, that's the street that they filmed this thing on or whatever.
Yeah.
Um and there's some really good one-liners that people still use today. For example, when Brian when Brian, the main character, tries to act ghetto, and he was talking to Roman, and Roman's like busting him, and he's like, "Yo, just tell me," and then Brian goes, "I said forget about it, cuh." So and it's just funny because like it's like cuh is like short for cuz or like cousin, right? But really, the people who really use that term back in the day, like in the early 2000s, would be like the gang members, the Crips. There's the Bloods and the Crips. You know, the Bloods wear red, the Crips wear blue, and the Crips were really heavy on using the letter C. And if there was a word, and I think this is kind of extreme, but if there was a word with the letter B, they wouldn't say it, or they would replace the B with a C. So I don't know, but they would use that term "cuh" a lot. Cuh, like you can, like for example, Snoop Dogg. He claims that he is a Crip from L.A., and he's always throwing the C sign, if you noticed, and he's always saying "cuh." It's a very SoCal, Los Angeles term, but yeah, that would be my number four, and I'm keeping my last one as my favorite movie of all time.
So,
What's your number four?
well, I said Wolf of Wall Street. I
Right.
could throw another
What's your
another
fourth?
movie in there, to cover number four since Wolf was already mentioned. See, that's tough for me. I would probably say, oh man, there's so many good ones. Um, I'm gonna throw a baseball movie in here for my number four to replace, not replace Wolf, but like since we already mentioned Wolf, I'll say something else. But 42, Jackie Robinson, is easily top five sport movies for me. That could be a whole separate topic right there, sport movies.
Mm-hmm.
But for 42, it's just tremendous, tremendous movie. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, played that role perfectly, and you couldn't help but feel empathy and that what Jackie Robinson went through. Especially that one scene with the Phillies coach calling him an N word repeatedly. That got under
Mm-hmm.
my skin. I was like, damn. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like in that time, that was normal. I mean, like
Yeah.
in that time, you wouldn't even think twice about him being, oh, yeah, he's doing a wrong thing. Now, watching the movie in current day or whenever it came out, I don't remember. But when he's like N word, N word, N word, like you don't belong here, N word, and it's like after like the fifth one, he said like, all right, dude, shut the fuck up. Like that's
Yeah.
enough. You made your point, and then um, just the emotion that he showed in that scene because then he I think he popped out or struck out or something, went into the little like hallway underneath the locker or the dugout and slammed his bat on the ground and like it was just very strong, very powerful scene. Um, And I think, if you're a baseball fan, especially if you're a baseball fan, if you haven't seen it, give it a watch. That's a very good movie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's powerful. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, the main character. Um, yeah,
Also, Black
I
Panther, Wakanda.
also Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie as well for the main reason, for the same reasons. Um, it tells the story of Jackie, how he breaks the color barrier. Fun fact: any every single Jackie Robinson day, I post something or I celebrate it. I actually have a little pin, a Jackie Robinson pin that found. I don't remember. It was years ago, but I stuck it in my backpack and I still have it to this day. I think it was more than 7 years ago I found it. But I always honor him. I always honor his legacy, and I appreciate him because I wouldn't be able to play the game that I love to play still to this day today. The color of my skin. I'm a darker individual. I'm not like very dark, but I'm definitely brown. I'm Afro Latino. I've got African hair and African skin complexion, and I truly appreciate the legacy that Jackie Robinson left behind, and I'm glad they made a movie about it.
I mean, it's not just blacks or colored people to play baseball, right? He broke the barrier for all, I think,
All
minorities because obviously it was predominantly a
in all
white sport
sports.
in
Yeah, in all
all
sports.
sports. You think all sports?
Yeah, yeah, because I think he was really the first
Well, yeah, yeah.
athlete introduced, first black
Professionally,
athlete introduced professionally
yeah,
introduced into a white um, dominated sport. Like
yeah. I mean, what he did,
basketball, opened the door for basketball, football, all these other sports.
was just nothing shy of a superhero, almost, right? I mean, um, hats off to him, Jackie, and them portraying him in the movie perfectly. It's just a great movie to watch, for sure. I mean, we can go on and on about baseball movies. That could be a whole
I
nother
know.
thing. But what's your number
Well,
five? Well, technically, your number
well,
one.
my fifth option and my number one, and I say the best for last. And since we're on the topic of baseball movies, it has to be, and it'll always be, The Sandlot.
Knew
Yeah,
it.
you knew it.
I
You
kind of
whispered.
whispered
You
it. I
whispered it.
whispered it.
Yeah, The Sandlot. The Sandlot. Um, Listen, guys. I grew up. I'm a Dominican. Dominicans love baseball. That's just cold hard facts. Even if they don't play it, moms, grandmas, they'll watch it in the DR. Watching this movie as a kid, watching it as a teenager, watching it as a young adult, watching it as a almost 30-year-old, I still get that happy feeling because it brings me back to a time where things were just being a
Simple.
kid, simple, playing baseball. And that's all it was. It didn't even have to be the game of baseball, but the way these kids had a system, the way they had a routine to go out to the lot and just pick up a ball and a bat and a glove and just play with the boys and just practice because they loved the game. That's what it was all about. And they were kids. They were kids. And I think the reason that I really love this movie is it brings me back to a place where I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy now, but just like a more simpler time where I didn't have to worry about waking up for a job and pay taxes and make sure my bills are paid on time. It was
Yeah.
just being a kid and playing baseball. That's what really um, fascinated me about this movie, and it also shows diversity. There's a Hispanic kid in there, there's a black kid, there's, two brothers, there's a kid with glasses who looks kind of like a nerd, and there's a superstar who looks out for everybody, right? There's the
Benny the
one
Jet.
kid who Benny the Jet, and then there's the one kid, Smalls, who moved into town. He knew nothing about baseball. He didn't even know who Babe Ruth was, and that's a big part in the movie. And Benny the Jet, the star player, humble as he was in the movie, was like, look, You're gonna learn how to play. You're gonna learn how to love it, and we're gonna teach you. And I don't care what my guys say that they're making fun of you. I want you to play because you're the ninth guy. We need a ninth player. So it's
The
fun.
thing,
It's a
the
fun
thing,
movie to watch. It's a instant classic. I recommend everybody watching it, even if you don't know anything about baseball.
the thing about Sandlot that gets me every time. I agree 100% with what you're saying. There's nothing more I would add except the fact that it shows how sports can bring people together. Again,
Yeah,
like you said, you know, Scott Smalls, he was new to town and knew nobody, didn't know baseball, didn't know Babe Ruth, like you said. And baseball brought him to his brotherhood of those other guys. Um, and I relate to that because without baseball, the majority of my closest friends would not be friends with me. Maybe I'll never meet them. Maybe we will. I don't know. But just for sake of argument, John right here, baseball is what sparked our friendship, turned brotherhood,
absolutely.
and um, in Sandlot you'll see that. Um, my number five movie, I would have to say would be. Ooh, I'm doing a lot of dramas here. This is tough. It's always hard when you're on the spot, right? It's like, oh, I know so many movies, and it's like, oh, what's your fifth one? I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't know. I got a lot of good ones, but um, hmm,
Shrek 2. No, I'm just kidding. Also a
right?
fantastic movie.
I never seen that. Strike Two.
Dude, you got to watch it. Shrek.
Oh, oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
Strike Two, like baseball Strike Two. I'm like
Oh,
Strike Two. I've
Shrek.
never heard. Okay, I know Shrek Two. I've seen Shrek Two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, fuck. I would say probably. Oh my god, this is tough. It's tough. Uh,
Shit.
I'm thinking comedies, but fuck it, I'll throw it out there. Tropic Thunder, classic
Dude, are you
movie.
kidding me? Dude, that's the first movie we saw when we became friends. When I came
I
over to
think
your
so.
house. That was the
Yeah.
first movie. No, I know so. I remember.
Oh, yeah. Tropic Thunder is
Classic.
a classic movie. Some of the comedy in there probably wouldn't be allowed today, especially
I
the
don't give a
fact that
fuck.
again, Robert Downey Jr. Did a black character, which was phenomenal for the role. Um, but great movie, funny, action, comedy. It's an action comedy. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. I'm sure there's a ton of other movies we can name. Um, but movies are great, man. Movies. The thing I love about movies, whether you like comedies, horror, action, drama, it's a way to kind of disconnect from reality. Um, Especially if you're in theater, sitting there, you're just eyes up on the screen, eating your popcorn, nachos, and a little sody. Um, and you're just all your worries of real life go away, and you're just focused on the world you're put yourself in, whatever movie you decide to watch. And I think that's movie magic in the end of the day. On the flip side, though, of movies, there's shows. You got any top
Yep.
five shows? Maybe one or two,
Um shit. I have a lot of good shows, but um I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but Drake and Josh, man. Drake and
Oh yeah,
Josh always comes to mind.
SpongeBob.
I love Drake and Josh. You know, that's also on my list. SpongeBob's on my list. The Office. As I get older, right? The Office. Um, New Girl,
Never
which
seen that.
I know I've told you so many times
I
to
know,
watch
I
it,
know.
and you gave me shit about it. It was like, oh, that's probably a girl fucking movie. You and Marcos, but it relates to everybody. It's not just because the word girl is in it doesn't mean it's going to be a show about a girl. It really goes into depth about all the characters in the show. Highly recommend it. I've watched this show, New Girl. I mean, maybe 3 times, 4 times through already. I've watched Drake and Josh many fucking times as a kid and even as an adult. SpongeBob is an instant classic. That's one of the best cartoons ever to be created. The Office, another instant classic. They also made a sequel show that just came out on Peacock called The Paper. And it has, I want to say, one or two characters from the old show, The Office. Um, but one of my favorite dramas has to be, it's a drama, it's an action drama. Um, Peaky fucking Blinders, bro. It's called Peaky Blinders. It's not called Peaky fucking Blinders. It's called Peaky Blinders. Oh my god, what a it feels like a movie every episode. Every
Yeah.
episode feels like a movie. Just how every episode, like what's that show? Game of Thrones. Every Game of Thrones episode felt like a movie, right? The way that it was shot, the way that the story was told, the way that everybody fucking dies. Um, this show, if you like, if you speak in a British accent, just because you have like ADD, you'll love it. If you like gangsters, like that type
Proper
of
gangsters
scene
though.
or film. Well, that doesn't matter if whatever fucking proper or not. But I'm saying if you like the idea, the storyline of a gang story, if you like listening to stories about gangs, this is one. This is one that you'll watch. Um, if you like to bet, if you're a better, right? If you like gambling, this is a movie you like to watch. If you like
Show.
world history, this is a movie. I'm sorry, it's not a
See?
movie. It's a show. It feels like a movie. Every episode feels like
Yeah.
a movie, but it's a show that you want to watch. There's so many different details that drew me in, and I think that's why this is probably one of this is definitely in the top five of my favorite shows for sure. And get this, they're releasing a movie called The Immortal Man, which is based on the main character of Peaky Blinders. So if you haven't watched Peaky Blinders, I want to say there's 5 or 6 seasons. Start watching them now. It's going to take you a long time. Go do it. Thank me later.
I would agree with most of those shows that you mentioned. Drake and Josh, SpongeBob, Peaky. Still haven't seen New Girls. Probably won't see New Girls. Sorry, John.
It's
But
okay.
never, never,
I
never
would
say, never,
recommend you.
never say never.
I would say, I know, never say never. I'd recommend you and your girl watching it together. You guys will like it. I promise you. I promise you. I
But
promise you.
Peaky Blinders is top notch television. It's phenomenal, great show, 10 out of 10. For me, I'd throw in Yellowstone, Sons of Anarchy.
Oof, good one.
The Office is fantastic. I like The Ranch on Netflix. It's like a sitcom with Ashton Kutcher, and a lot of people from the '70s show is actually in there too. So The Ranch is
Mm,
great. Peaky Blinders, like you said. Yeah, just a lot of shows. The thing I like about shows is it's not a one and done like a movie.
yeah.
You can watch episode after episode and continue on with more detail. Shows are cool. Great way to pass time. Back during when COVID happened and quarantines were going down. I watched a lot of shows just to pass time. Another show I used to love to watch, I remember, it was Ballers with The Rock, about us being a financial advisor or agent for football players. That was a good show. Even like reality TV sometimes hits good too. Like I used to love watching Ink Master. I know your
Yeah.
favorite at one point was Jersey Shore. That stupid stuff.
Dude, I love reality TV. I fucking
It's
love it.
so it's so
My
ridiculous.
favorite reality TV right now is Love Island. I'm sure that's everybody's favorite right now too. But it's yeah. Go ahead. It is ridiculous.
Because I question, it says reality TV, but it's so corny sometimes. It seems like it's scripted. Like there's no way that's reality. But that's just my take about
Hmm.
it. But yeah, movies and shows, man, entertainment value, actors, a lot goes into it. I think when it comes to movies, I love
Actors.
looking actors. Bikini Bottom Studios in there, actors.
Actors.
You can, you're not a, you're not a SpongeBob fan if you can't just pull a reference out of nowhere. Um,
Out
that's
of
just
nowhere, bro. Oh my god.
just far out
We used to
left
do that in high
field.
school almost every single day.
Yeah, SpongeBob's great. Um, but yeah,
But
but
yeah,
movies and
movies and
shows,
shows, man.
you ever look at the credits and so many people are involved, like so many people involved to bring you the entertainment,
Absolutely.
and it's great to watch. It's great to see, and you know, perfect example I'm about to bring up is the fact that not one show is perfect for everybody, right? John loves New Girl. I've never seen it. Doesn't mean it's a bad show. No, that's his preference. He
Yeah.
enjoys it, and that's fine. So watch a show that you like, and be proud of it. That's why it's made. It's not, movies
Yeah.
and shows aren't made to have everybody love it. It's not. There's no way one movie
Absolutely.
is going to be like 100% everybody loves it, no one hates it. That's impossible. But if you do love it, cool. If you don't, also cool.
Yeah. It's always going to cater to a certain demographic. It's not going to cater to everybody, you know, but it is what it is.
On the
So,
same topic, oh, what's up?
no, no, go ahead.
Oh, speaking of
Um,
entertainment, sports. Sports is a form of entertainment.
yep.
Um, top five sports to me that I always find intriguing or interesting to watch. Well, number one off the bat, baseball. Um, basketball
Obviously.
school,
We don't even have to get
football
into that.
school. But I don't really watch a lot of football. Like I'll watch it, but I'm not like, oh, I gotta watch the game. I gotta watch the game. Um, for me, my top five would be baseball, golf. Um, in the Olympics, I like watching the long distance. It sounds so boring, but like the long distance skiing to then where they go and to a like a shooting range. So after skiing like I don't know 20 fucking miles, I have no idea what the number is. They get to the shooting range and have to lay down and fucking hit targets and then get up and ski again. I don't know what exactly called, but I
What?
always if it's on, yeah, I love watching that because it shows
What the
endurance. It
fuck are
shows
you talking about?
look it up.
Ski. I'm looking it up right now. Ski. How do you spell skiing? Ski. It's two
SKI
E's, two I's. Skiing.
two eyes.
It's two I's. Skiing
It's like long
and
distance skiing with
shooting
marksmanship, with marksmen.
or
It's an actual thing. And every time
biathlon.
is that what it is?
What the fuck is this?
Look,
Biathlon, a winter sport that combines cross-country skiing with rifle shooting, where athletes
yeah,
ski multiple laps and stop to shoot at targets, with penalties incurred for missed shots. What in the fuck? That is
yeah.
crazy.
I love it. I love it. I love it because I can watch
This is
and
so cool.
they'll go
Isn't
and
the Winter
ski
Olympics
and
this year
I'm not sure.
or this or 2026?
I'm not sure.
I got a computer in
I'm
front of me.
sure.
I got to look this up. But go
I'm,
ahead. Sorry.
I'm sure they'll have ads for it. But like every time I see that, I'm so intrigued because I'm like, talk about like the level of athleticism, like from long distance skiing to then be able to control your heart rate to then land shots on a
Yeah.
target that's maybe 100 yards away, and then get up and ski another 20 fucking miles. I don't know. Like to me, that's amazing. Um, Another sport that I think is cool to watch. Um, Soccer. I'm not going to even say soccer. Soccer never really interested me. To me, I understand it's the most popular sport in the world. I understand that, but like, for my personal preference, I can go without watching. I mean, I'll watch like the World Cup. Is that
The
what?
World
No,
Cup.
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll watch that
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
USA is in there. Um, but yeah, for me, I think it'd be baseball, golf. Now, golf, I love because that's what I play now. But to see the combination of accuracy, power, and just precision in their shots to get as close to the pin as possible is just wow. Um, and then that whatever it's called, was it biathlon with the shooting and the
Biathlon.
that I like to watch. Um, like I mean, just sports in general. You see people perform at such a high level, whether it's any sport, right? and I just respect the fact that the time and effort that they put into it to become the best. That's what I guess really intrigues me with most sports. Obviously some I won't watch, but I will respect it. That's just my take on it.
Yeah. Um, yeah. It's biathlon. That really threw me for a whirlwind because I've never seen that, and that looks so fucking cool. That looks so fucking cool. I'm definitely gonna watch this year. I okay, so I definitely want to put on my list, and I should start saving now. One, go to a World Cup game, and I definitely want to go to this one because it's probably gonna be Lionel Messi's last one and Ronaldo's last one. So that would be a very cool um match to watch. Um, but let me give you my top five. Um, Obviously baseball. Duh. And I'll put these in order actually. So it'll be baseball first, then it'll be basketball second, then, and this is gonna be interesting because I feel like you'll be surprised, Eric, from knowing me. I'm actually gonna switch a few. I used to like watching football, but ever since I left New Jersey, didn't really have any, uh, I guess, liking to it anymore. So my number three would be hockey. Hockey. I've been watching hockey as of recent since I want to say the past since 2016, 2017. I got into it a little bit, started watching it. One of my good friends, Taylor, he's big into hockey. He's Canadian, um, and he got me watching hockey. And the past 2 years, the Florida Panthers have won the cup. Um, so I've been really into hockey. So that would be my number three. My number four would be soccer. Soccer, I actually played soccer when I was a kid for many years. I stopped when I was in middle school. Did I stop in middle school? No. Yeah, middle school. Obviously, I played baseball all my life and I still play today. But I stayed with it because a lot of my friends watch soccer. So I was like, yeah, I'll watch soccer. I grew up with a lot of Brazilians. My cousin is half Brazilian, half Dominican. So we all watch soccer. That's my number four. And my number five would be football. It used to be my number two and three, football, but I don't know, something fell off for me, and it's not my most favorite anymore. But it's still in my top five. I would still watch it. But yeah,
I throw
um,
in I throw in UFC for me
damn,
actually. Now I'm thinking about it.
biathlon, it still got me. Biathlon still got me. I just looked that shit up
You
again.
gotta check it out,
I
dude.
was
It's
like, what the
very
fuck
very
is this?
interesting. But yeah, I'd
Yeah,
throw UFC MMA fighting in for me as well. I think
yeah.
it's just
UFC would probably be six for me.
the physical demand, and it's just two dudes or and chicks going at it and trying to beat the shit out of each other, and whoever wins wins. I think that's great. Um,
Yep,
but yeah, dude, definitely check out
yep,
the
absolutely.
biathlon.
I would, I would,
It's
I would
cool.
also throw swimming in there. Olympic swimming.
Mm.
I would throw that in there. But yeah,
Um,
those are my top
being
five.
in
Baseball will be
being in
forever in
at
my heart. Anyways,
for sure. Baseball was always number one, no matter what. Being an athlete or just a regular human being, we all got to eat, right? Food, top five foods.
absolutely. Oh, okay. I'll go first. My top, and this is in no order right now because I love food and I just can't pick one. That's
It's
selfish.
fair.
Um, Brazilian steak, and when I mean Brazilian steak, I mean the cut of the cow that they call picanha. Let me tell you something about picanha, bro. You don't need to do anything fancy to the steak. You go to any butcher shop, you ask them, "Hey, do you have picanha, the cut?" You go take it home, You don't put it on a cast iron pan. You don't put it on a regular stainless steel pan. It's not the way to cook it. And you don't need any seasoning other than rock salt. Rock salt. Okay? So the thing about picanha, it's almost it's like a cheaper version of a ribeye. It's very flavorful, has a lot of marbling. When I mean marbling, I mean the fat content. The best way to eat this steak and to cook it is you throw it on a fire grill, 2 minutes on each side, depending how cooked you like your steak, and some rock salt on each side. That's all you need. Thank me later.
How
Eat
you
it
get
with
your
whatever you want.
how, how do you get
Mashed
your steak cooked?
potatoes, whatever. Medium rare.
Good, good
It's the
boy.
best way to do it.
That's the
It's the
only way to
correct way
do
to
it,
do
not the best way. That's the right exactly.
it. Good boy. What about you?
Medium rare. That's it. Steak is
Okay.
in my top
No,
five, easy.
but easy.
Steak is in my top
It's
five.
easy.
You can't go wrong with steak, unless you do well done or burn it, and I'd be like, I'm not eating that. But steak, Chinese food, Italian food. Um, kind of got into Indian food a little
Pizza.
bit. Um, Indian food's bomb.
Oh, I love Indian
Sushi,
food.
sushi. Then desserts,
Ah, ah,
like cannolis
sushi.
and pecan pies, and food's food. Um,
Ah, fuck.
yeah,
Pecan
I
pies,
haven't eat.
man.
I haven't
That's my
eaten yet,
favorite
so
fall dessert.
um,
Dude, I haven't eaten anything either. It's midday here.
it's like 9 o'clock for me. Food's great, dude. Food brings people together. Me and my girlfriend
Hell yeah.
recently,
Just like sports.
we recently just went to like this food truck thing, and we couldn't really pick what we wanted, so she got what she wanted, and I got what I want. She got this like hibachi, um, teriyaki chicken, but they threw it in a burrito. Shit was gas, so fucking good.
Whoa.
And then
What the
I
fuck?
got I don't know how you say it, but I got myself a lamb gyro. It was
Gyro?
phenomenal. I
I don't
heard
say what
euro,
is the other way? Euro.
euro,
Euro? Yeah, I
or
don't say
something
it
like
that way.
that. No, I say gyro. I'm sorry if that's wrong. I apologize, but that's just how I say
What
it.
is this is a euro.
EURO,
That's a
Euro
euro.
step.
I know.
Um, but food's great, man, and
But
that's the
yeah,
thing.
I think
I was telling
I
my
think your
girl,
top 5 might be in my top 5.
like it's so cool about food because it doesn't matter what culture you're in. Food brings people together. Sports brings people together, and that's what we're trying to emphasize. Side note here is like bring everyone together. Like I mentioned earlier, it's so much negativity and stuff. Like cook someone food, give someone some food. Um, the other day, me and my girl got in and out, and there's some homeless guy, and I don't know what his reason is there. That got him to his current situation, and that's none of my business. But I got him some animal fries, and he was so grateful for it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Helping a hand, helping someone out, giving them water, food. It's simple. Um, but yeah, I think food brings people together. If you ever hang out at people's homes, where you around the kitchen? Most of the time, you're always in the kitchen, snacking or whatever. Just
Hmm.
food's great. Enjoy it. And obviously, if you have allergies, don't
Yeah. Uh,
risk your life over food. But
yeah.
like, if you're able to enjoy food, enjoy
God forbid. God
it. God
forbid,
forbid, like,
man.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm allergic to
Uh,
lamb, and I just gave you a lamb chop, and you're
let
fucking
me just eat some
like
lamb.
a yeah, right. So no, within reason, within
Yeah.
safety, enjoy your foods, boys
Yeah,
and gals.
absolutely.
Eat up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I would agree. Sushi, Italian, um, steak, pizza. That's a top 5 for me. Like these are the foods
Pineapple on pizza.
that
Pineapple on pizza. Yay or nay?
absolutely not.
Really,
Maybe
I
I'm
enjoy
open to it.
pineapple. I like it. I like it.
I'm 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 open to it, but I don't want the regular ham. I want prosciutto ham. If we're gonna do
Oh,
pineapple on pizza, even though it's a
Prazutto.
sin in prosciutto, even though it's a sin in all of Italy, um,
Yeah, I told my dad. Cause
definitely you got to do it
so
right.
my dad's Italian. My mom's Chinese, and I told my dad like, oh yeah, I like pineapple on pizza. He goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, oh shit, I've had dude.
He's like, fuck,
He's like, you've been
fuck.
Italian? He's like, yeah, but it's good. I like pineapple. Sue me.
But yeah,
Um,
steak, pizza, sushi, any Italian food, and honestly, for me, hits home Dominican food. You can't go wrong with Dominican food. It's Caribbean, it's Spanish and Caribbean food mixed together. Can't beat it.
ooh,
That's just my opinion though.
barbecue, mashed
Oh,
potatoes,
see, you
fucking
can't
mac and cheese, street
we can't do a
corn,
top 5
fucking.
with food.
You can't. Food's
We
tough.
can't do we
Food is
can't.
tough.
Food is so tough.
Um,
But all right, to end this top 5 food, let's give me your number 1 death row
I was about
meal
to ask the same
and
shit.
your death row dessert. Keep them separate. Death row meal and death row dessert.
All right, I'm gonna
Go.
start this off with a nice 2 liter of Mountain Dew. I love Mountain Dew, my favorite soda. Um,
Ew.
second favorite soda is
Ew.
Dr Pepper, and then root beer. But Mountain Dew is my favorite. 2 liter of Mountain Dew just to get the sugar in the bloodstream, and then it's gotta be a fucking ribeye steak cooked medium rare with garlic butter on top,
Ah,
mashed potatoes,
good lord.
side of broccoli,
Wet.
a sushi roll, specifically the crunch roll with the shrimp, the little crunchy bits, and
Ah.
it's some
Oh
eel
my
sauce on top,
god.
and
Ah,
then
fuck.
to close it
So
out for
good.
dessert, a a layered chocolate cake with a scoop of ice cream. I will die happy. Was it the same shit you're gonna say?
I think I would very
Besides the
similar.
Mountain Dew.
Very
Besides the
similar.
Mountain Dew.
Okay, okay. I am substituting the Mountain Dew with cherry Coca-Cola. Ice cold cherry Coca-Cola.
That
Actually,
slaps.
ice cold, the temperature. I don't want ice in it though. Does that make sense? No ice in it. I
No
don't want it watered
ice.
down.
The
I want it
beverage is
ice.
already cold.
No ice. I want the beverage really fucking cold. Okay? Start with that. Um the steak, it's probably either picanha or ribeye, one of the two. The best medium rare cooked steak I've ever had in my life. Boom. Um Same thing. The fucking the crunchy tuna roll. Good God in heaven. Give me that, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
Extra eel sauce.
like I don't actually fucking drizzle that bitch on there.
Yeah, I want that shit swimming.
There's a sushi. There's a sushi that I like. It's as an appetizer that I would have. It's called hamachi jalapeno. The hamachi is a type of fish. It's like a whitish fish. It has like this
Mm.
ridiculously good flavor, and they put it on top of this citrusy soy sauce like thing. It tastes so good, and there's like a thinly sliced piece of jalapeno right on top. Magnifique. Then a side of my mom's cooked rice. I love my mom's rice cooked on the side. All of these in small portions. That way I can enjoy it and not feel fucking
Yeah.
disgusting afterwards. So there's my meal. There's my appetizer. Oh, man, my fucking mouth is watering right now.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
like licking my lips
for
right
so for dessert, oh my god, it's simple. It's simple, guys. It's simple. It'll be my favorite dessert until the day I die. A nice,
cookie.
thick, warm, soft chocolate chip cookie with vanilla ice cream on the side. You don't have to. We don't have to drizzle any fucking chocolate on the ice cream. We'll keep it plain vanilla, vanilla bean because it has
Will
that
be.
flavor,
Yeah.
and just a thick. Like you ever? Okay, all right. Our favorite. What's our favorite cookie, Eric? Our favorite chocolate chip
Chocolate
cookie.
chip. McDonald's.
I know, but from where? No, not from McDonald's.
McDonald's. Oh.
Is it McDonald's? No,
We used to
no.
always go to
This it's
McDonald's
like
and get
it's
chocolate
like a
chip cookie.
gourmet cookie. I know this is like our the McDonald's is like a staple, but I'm saying like our favorite gourmet chocolate chip cookie. What is it? Levain. Levain Bakery in New York.
Oh yes, 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 yes. It's been a minute since I've been there. I didn't even
Yes,
think
with
about
the
that.
walnuts with the
Yeah, yeah.
walnuts in it. But
Mhm.
not that specific chocolate chip cookie. I'm just talking about the thickness of it. Remember how thick it was? It was like crunchy on the outside, thick in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. And soft in the middle,
The
crunchy on the outside,
that
soft in the middle,
thickness,
warm.
just the best chocolate chip cookie you'll ever had. That thickness, that doesn't have to have the walnuts or anything, but that would be my dessert. That warmed with a nice scoop of vanilla bean ice cream on the side.
My my
Fucking
backup plan
fire squad me after
if you
that.
can't if you can't get the chocolate cake, um, all good. My plan B for that would be probably a warm apple pie with some ice cream on top. Ooh,
Ugh. You know, I've never been a
appetizer.
fan of apple pie. It would be,
Besides the sushi, I would say French onion soup as well. That shit's bomb.
never
All
was a
right,
really big fan of French onion. But if I were to replace the pie, it would be pecan. If I were to replace the soup,
pecan.
it would be probably tomato bisque or something. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm
But
drooling
yeah,
like a goddamn German Shepherd right now. So let's change the topic. I got to sip. I got to take a sip. Wash this saliva
take a
down.
sip. Take a sip, brother. Take a sip.
So day to day,
All right.
right? We watch our movies. We watch our sports. We enjoy our foods. Dude, I'm still like, hold up. Um, but day to day, we also face stresses, right? That's a normal thing in life. What are
Yeah,
some ways you like to
very normal.
alleviate stress? Maybe like for me, I like to unplug sometimes and just go on a hike, go fishing, go play some golf, like go outside, like get that vitamin D and fresh air, and just enjoy the day. Sometimes you'll even catch me. I'll tell my girl, I'll be like, just go for a drive. I don't know where we're going, but let's just fucking go, right? And we'll do that.
Yeah.
Um, like, what are some? Those are my examples of how I like to relieve stress. Um, how do you like to do it in a healthy way? Yes, everyone drinks. Everyone maybe smokes cigarettes or vapes or smokes weed, whatever. Non-drug, non-alcohol. Like, how do you enjoy to decompress in that way?
For me, I what has always helped me is some type of movement, some type of exercise. Movement is improvement, right? I like going to the
Mm-hmm.
gym. Gym is my safe zone. Bring my headphones in. There's been many times where I've felt anxious or even not clinically depressed, but just sad or depressed for whatever reason. Going to the gym would always help me relieve my stress or alleviate my anxiety or alleviate my depression. Always, 100%. The next thing I would say would be playing baseball. Again, going to the field, having a catch or hitting a baseball, because it's something that I grew up with and it brings me joy. So doing that would help
Mm-hmm.
alleviate anxiety and depression, all that shit. Another thing would be just having a phone conversation with with a really close friend. They say there's a study saying that an 8 minute conversation, and Eric and I have talked about this before, but an 8 minute conversation can change the course of someone's day that maybe they were having anxiety or depression. Um, just that 8 minute convo with a good friend and good conversation will change your day. Um, uh, not to be very, and I think Eric will agree with me on this one, but not to be very nasty, but just cranking one out, choking the chicken, having your own privacy and just fucking just having at it, you know? Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that surely helps sometimes. I mean, the reason I'm laughing is because I think of the Wolf of Wall Street scene when Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey is in it, and he goes to Leonardo
Yep.
DiCaprio with the respective characters, and they're at lunch, and they're like, "It's like you jerk off," and he's like, "Yeah, I jerk off." He goes, "How many times a day?" I don't know, two, 3 times a week, maybe. He goes, "That's rookie numbers. You gotta crank that shit up, boy." He goes, "In this racket, I jerk off twice a day, one in the morning and one after lunch." And he's like, "I don't do it because I want to. I do it because I need to." I'm not gonna go through the whole scene. I haven't memorized, whatever. But I
Yeah.
just thought of that scene and it was funny. Um, but yeah, self pleasure for sure is a stress relief. Whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. I think everyone
Uh-huh.
should be able to do that in the privacy of their bedroom or home. And however you
Yep.
decide to do it, if you're into some freaky shit, that's keep it between you and your four walls. Like you don't
By
need to
all
tell
means.
nobody.
By
Do what
all
you got to
means,
do.
go for it.
But there is a negative in it too. I believe is if you overdo it, then it's kind of like okay, like whoa, there's
Absolutely.
other ways.
I think
Um,
I think the problem is the like if you're using pornography to do it, it does disrupt your brain a lot. But if you're just doing it by memory, they call it the spank bank. I think that's fine. But again, moderation, not overdoing it. And if you are depressed or anxious, please seek help. Go find a therapist. That helps with stress relief also. Um, but yeah, and my last one would be going on a drive also. There was a time in my life, like I think it was last year or this year, where I was just pissed and I went on a drive and I actually called Eric. I think I might have called Eric. And I just went on a drive and just let out some steam and I was good after that. And just driving, making sure I'm driving safe, but driving, just looking at different things, it puts life into perspective. Like I was driving in my Tesla and I was looking around and I see like homeless people. I'm like, damn, they're in a worse position than I am. Like maybe life isn't so bad. So having that drive, seeing a different, but yeah,
Makes sense. I
driving
agree. I like
for
drives.
sure.
I like drive. Just crank up some music, whatever you want to listen to, and just cruise. Um, Earlier I mentioned, today there's a lot of division, a lot of um, negativity going around in the world, but I'm gonna focus straight on the USA right now. My top five issues that I see, is the division, the negativity. Um, there's a lot of violence going around right now. The only thing I want to say to this that bothers me the most in all this is the fact that people forget how to be a good human being to one another. Um, you look at 9/11, their anniversary just passed, right? And I'm only bringing this up because of this.
Yep.
Is because of this. Times of crises, school shootings, terrorist attacks, Boston bombing, 9/11, whatever, right? So Uvalde, Sandy Hook, the list goes on. After or during a attack of some sort, you always see people banding together, helping one another. No fucking problem. Helping strangers. Doesn't matter what they look like, what they believe in, who they love. People band together as Americans and help each other out, right? Pearl Harbor, the greatest generation, men, women, children, all fought for the cause. Men went to war. Women stayed home, took care of the house. They worked in factories, building tanks, making bullets, making guns, doing what we got to do to support the cause. And it was just a whole unity of a country. And as the United States of America, hence the word united is the first word in our country, United States of America. And it's unfortunate to see people today, we're not very united. Political views, sexual orientation views, they differ, and people turn to hate, turn to violent protest, turn to bullying, and all these negative things. It's a shame. It really is. And I believe that that's my greatest issue is how come it takes a tragedy event for people to be good people to one another. Like we have the capability to do so. We've seen it in history, like the events I just kind of mentioned. You've seen it. People helping one another, picking each other up, getting people out of trouble, helping with not just first responders. Like, for example, 9/11, right? You had everyone in New York, everyone in Jersey taking their boats to the island and evacuating people. Like, no one thought about, oh, well, you owe me gas money. Like, they're like, no, we got to help each other, and that's what we're going to do. Um, and in the wake of a negative event, there's a huge boost in patriotism, unity, love for one another. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why can't we do that all the time? It shouldn't have to take a, like I said, a school shooting, terrorist attack, or whatever to spark love for one another and community and support. It shouldn't take that. It should just be something we do because we are the United States of America. We're all Americans. And I think that's my number one issue. That's the only one I'm really going to say because it's just mind boggling to me that it has to be a tragedy to show the unity. Just be unified, and that's it.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I think the world would be a much better place if, and this is easier said than done, but I think the world would be a much, much better place if people just listen to each other. The only reason people are in turmoil and the only reason people fight about politics and just like the way people live and how people should live and the way the money should be spent and all this blah 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 is because people don't communicate with each other. I think this applies to any type of relationship, whether it's between two countries, two people, two companies. Please communicate with each other and don't judge for any reason. Hear the other person out, hear them out, and kindly, respectfully, if you don't agree with them, respectfully disagree with them and tell them, like, look, we might not fall on the same page, but I can at least be a decent human being and listen to you and talk to you and give you my opinion. Um, and just talk. I think people should just talk to each other. I think people should over communicate. I feel like over communication will bring out more detail to what you're trying to say about whatever subject you're talking about. And it'll give you a different perspective on what the person is trying to convey.
No, I agree.
Like,
People are too stubborn to listen. They're so gun ho on their point of view, their opinion, that they're not willing to listen to the other side. Doesn't mean that the other side's right. Doesn't mean that you're right either. But like we're doing right now, we're listening, we're communicating, we're being respectful to our opinions, and that's honestly it. It sounds simple, but yet so difficult. You know, it's,
it could be so simple if people just stopped and listened to each other, right? We're all brothers and sisters, right? At some point, depending on how we treat each other, we're all brothers and sisters. I don't want
yeah,
my brothers killing my other brothers. I don't want the people of, in the Middle East. We want I'm not going to go into it, but we want peace in the Middle East, and there's two countries specifically right now going at it. I wish people could just stop and talk to each other and unify and come to a common understanding, especially here in the United States. The biggest thing is Democrats and Republicans, liberals and conservatives, always clashing. People always assume, oh, this is such a liberal view. Oh, this is such a conservative view. I don't want to talk to you because you're a conservative. I don't want to talk to you because you're a liberal. Well, why don't you fucking why? Why not? Talk to each other. Figure shit out. Don't get angry right away. Just hear the person out and ask questions. Fucking ask questions. If you ask questions, you'll understand more.
No,
Don't
absolutely.
assume.
knowledge
That's my biggest
knowledge
pet
is
peeve when people assume.
knowledge is power, you know. Um, but
Yeah,
a way I like to see things too is, respect is earned. And listen to my words carefully here. Respect is earned, but being respectful and kind is a given. Be respectful to others. Be kind to others. Doesn't mean you have to respect them. Like, I don't respect everybody I ever meet, but because that's earned. For example, John and you know other people I care about deeply, I respect them. I respect their views. I respect um, their opinions and all that, and that's great. But a stranger, I might not necessarily respect them, but I'll be respectful and kind. It's simpler that way. And honestly, it's more positive that way, I think. Um, but as an individual, like, how do you like to better yourself? In times like this, we talked about stress. Like for me, for example, um, I mentioned the book that my girlfriend got me. Like, I plan on reading that. I think reading other people's philosophies, other people's way of how they see things, is a good way to better yourself. For example, you like to hit the gym. That's bettering yourself in health. Um,
100%. That's one of my ways that I like to better myself for sure.
I got big into praying. I think that betters myself as well. Whether you believe in it or not, that's your right and that's your,
Absolutely.
whatever. But I pray every single day, and I pray for you, John. I pray for my
That's another
girlfriend,
one
my
of mine as well.
my loving friends and family. I pray for everybody, and even whether they believe or not. Again, that's on them. I really don't care. That's not my place to say whether you believe or
Yeah.
not. I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to
Yep.
promote Jesus and try to convert you or convince you to be like me. I don't have the power to do that, nor do I have the right to do that. But simply praying,
Prayer is
and
powerful.
it really is. After it's so funny how life throws you curveballs and stuff, and you hit rock bottom sometimes, and you just think, you know what, doesn't hurt. So I started praying, and I think my life has changed, and me as an individual, my outlook on things has definitely changed. I mean, you've known me since freshman year of high school, and even you yourself, like me and you are different than when we were then. Um, and that's because of
100%.
life. That's because life teaches you, it humbles you, it rewards you as well. It's not just negative things; it rewards you. But you got to be in the moment. You got to be opportunist. Jesus Christ, you have to be opportunistic. Am I?
Opportunistic.
Yeah, am I saying that right? Okay, opportunistic,
Yep.
um, and just make the most of each day. You know, I'm not saying you have to go build a space shuttle and fly to the moon. Like, no, like a simple win could be like, hey, I opened the door for someone today. That was me being kind. That's a win. I didn't do it yesterday, but I did it today.
Yeah.
Even that, so,
Yep.
I know some people will probably disagree with me about the whole praying thing, but at the end of the day, if it makes me a better person, and I think it does, um, who are you to tell me that's the wrong way to do it? This is my thought.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there are things to better yourself mentally and physically as well.
Mm-hmm.
For example, this is something that I should start doing is disconnecting more and being one with nature. Like you said, yeah, I do the same things that you said. I pray, I go to the gym. Um, but also I think on the mental side, having a sense of gathering,
Mm-hmm.
having those people that are closest to you, just bringing them around, having dinners, having talks, having a glass of wine or whiskey, and just having conversation and just talking about the good things in life. You can always talk. You can talk about the shit that's going on in the world, but um, it just puts your, your radar on, and it makes you think, oh, okay, let's not try to steer in that direction, right? Let's
Yeah.
stem away from the hate and the negativity, and like continue to, be with each other and love each other, and make sure give each other a calls, because you never know what somebody's going through unless you actually talk to them, right? So
100%.
ask a million ask a million questions, man. Life is a journey. We don't know how to live. There's no guide on how to live life. So ask questions and have fun with your friends and family, and be respectful of of one another. Crack jokes. Make sure someone that you love is okay. Just call them, even if you don't think nothing is wrong. Be like, just call them. Be like, yo, everything good? Like I just talked to my
Yeah.
friend the other day, and I was talking to him, and I was like, yo, everything okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good. And then next day I was like, yo, you didn't look good. Like, everything okay? And then he told me like what was wrong. And I was like, man, like, I'm sorry you're going through that. And like, I wish I can help. You know,
Yeah. I
people
mean, there's
sometimes don't
times
like to talk about
even
their lives because they don't want to bring that burden on somebody
right.
else.
Like even for you, like there's times when like I'll have a dream or a thought like, for some reason I want to reach out to John, see how he's doing. Haven't talked to him in, a week, 2 weeks. I mean, there's
Do
been
it.
times when we haven't talked for like months.
Do it.
And I hit you up. I'm like, hey, Joe, I had a weird dream last
There's
night.
days in between the podcasts, even in
Yeah,
between the podcasts, we won't talk until the next podcast. You know.
yeah. Um,
So,
but
but yeah,
yeah,
you were saying.
if you have a gut feeling that something's up with your buddy or someone you care about, reach out. Even if it's just a text. Hey, buddy, thinking about you, or hey, girl, thinking about you.
Yeah.
Hope all is well. If you need anything, let me know. I just wanted to reach out. That means a lot.
Hmm.
I've been lucky enough to have a great support system for my family and friends, and they reach out and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Whatever, and sometimes I don't reach out just because life, you're busy, whatever. But it's nice to get that text, like knowing that someone out there thought of you enough to reach out. It definitely livens my spirits and makes me feel better. Um, do that for someone, and especially the people you care about. It should be a no brainer. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. That's just our quick top fives. I thought, like I said, to keep things light, keep it
Absolutely.
fun, and all this negativity, trying to do something a little more lighthearted, a little more fun, a little more positive. Definitely trying to push that positive mindset message out there. Is there anything else like you want to say at all, or
Yeah, I challenge everybody to unify. I want you to go to someone that you wouldn't normally agree with and have a safe and
peaceful?
and um and cordial and peaceful conversation, and ask a bunch of questions. Have them ask, and bring this idea up to them, and just talk, see where you guys align, see where you guys misalign, and unify. Oh, I'm not going to agree with you. I have friends that I don't agree with at all with in certain things, but we still shoot the shit and crack jokes and eat dinner and have fun. Try to do the same. The world is tough right now in this state. Life is hard. Let's not make it harder. And that's my 2 cents.
Amen to that, brother. Hey, out of curiosity, you want to drop a prayer real quick, or is that too much?
Let's do it. You want to
Okay.
start it?
Yes, sir.
No, go ahead.
All right. Lord, thank you for the opportunities you bestowed upon me, John, and the people we love and care about. Every day that we wake up is a blessing of its own, so thank you for that. Give the people we love and care about a little motivation, a little help, and some some guidance to what they need to do to better themselves each and every day. In the world right now, there's so much negativity, so much separation. Help people see things in a brighter light and bring people together. Not necessarily do they have to agree with one another all the time, but at least find some common ground to see each other as individuals and human beings. Through you is that only achieved. Praying to you right now is a blessing of its own. To be able to pray, to be able to have that ability to look at something higher, of a higher power, and believe that it could change things for myself and the people I care about. So thank you for all the lessons that you've taught me. Thank you for all the opportunities you brought to me, past, present, and future. For my buddy John here, give him a safe day today and a safe work week when next week comes around. And we'll look forward to talking soon in the podcast or on the phone or text. But overall, thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Anyways, thank you guys for coming to our podcast as usual. We love you guys. Spread love, spread positivity, ask questions, talk to somebody you don't agree with normally, and align somehow. We're in a dark state right now. We need to bring the light back. And with that being said, this is the Amibros podcast. Thank you for joining. We love you all. I love you, Eric. And we'll see
Love you,
you
brother.
guys on the next episode.
Yep.
Love you.
Stay safe
Take
out
care,
there.
guys. Peace.
Peace.